According to one survey, 7 out of 10 women admit that they regift or that they're thinking about regifting. And if you plan to regift this holiday season, there are some do's and don'ts. Early Show consumer correspondent Susan Koeppen joins us now with some advice. Good morning.
Good morning.
Nothing is better than giving twice. That's my
And I am a master regifter. I admit it. I regift. I do it all the time.
What stuff do you regift?
Well, you know, what most people regift, we're talking about wine, champagne, picture frames, books. These are what people usually regift. Candles, things like that.
Okay.
That you can kind of pawn off on somebody else.
Let's perfect the art of regifting this morning. If we have a champagne or a wine, make a lovely basket.
Right. So don't be a total cheapskate and just throw a wine bottle in a bag and give it to your friend. Spruce it up a little bit. Make it a little bit more personal. So you get a basket, you put in the wine, and then you add a couple things. Add some chocolate, add some other treats, and kind of wrap it up and make it look nice. So you're not a complete cheapo.
This is beautiful.
And then, you know, if you're giving a picture frame, look at this beautiful picture frame I'm giving to you for the holidays. Yeah, you put a nice personal picture in there. So you're not just giving them the blank frame, you know, just give them a frame with a picture inside.
Some thought actually went into it.
And if you're giving a book, you write on the inside, to Maggie, happy holidays, XOXO Susan.
Great, now I can't regift that.
Well, then that's the trick. So this page, if you want to regift this to somebody else, you take a razor blade and you just slice that page right out. Nobody will know the difference.
I should say, by the way, that Adam the King is a fabulous book, but it's so good you want to share it with somebody, right?
Exactly, and that's why. And, you know, and here's a really good point. Most people who say they regift say that they're giving the gift to somebody else whom they think will like it more than they do.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so they're not just trying to pawn off junk on you. They actually think to themselves, I'm not going to use it, but you know what? Maggie really likes this book, so I'm going to give it to her.
And I think there's nothing wrong with it as long as you don't give the person something they gave you last year.
Yeah, that's really the key. You have to know who gave you what. So a little trick that I have, I don't know, where did I put my little tabs? Okay, so when I get something, if I know that I am not going to keep it, I take a little tab and I write the person's initials and I stick it on the book, or I stick it on the picture frame, or I stick it on the bottom of the gift bag.
That is so smart.
So I know who gave it to me, so I'm not going to give it to them. That's because that's nothing tackier than, you know, giving back a bottle of wine to somebody who gave it to you.
I know people who have regifting closets, fully stocked closets of gifts for next year.
And, you know, and sometimes it really comes down to a last minute thing. Oh my gosh, I don't have a gift to give somebody. What can I give them? And then they grab something that they already have in their house.
Here's what I'll admit to with no shame: regifting gift bags. What's wrong with that?
Absolutely. This to me is going green, recycling. Why throw them out? If they're in good shape, just keep them in your closet in a nice area that's well contained, and then just, you know, give them back to somebody else.
Just take off the to from tag that was filled out.
Exactly. You have to check and make sure you look at the tags, make sure it doesn't say, you know, to Maggie from somebody else, blah, blah, blah.
Susan Koeppen, thank you.
All right.